This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On first down, Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Garoppolo. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a give. This is Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And now out come the Giants. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
In motion left goes Moncrief. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Over. Back out of that Philly. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's complete to Lewis. Whoosh. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A very solid gain of 27.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Check pass. That's it, baby.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15?
All right, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. In the red zone this time.
Now let's go. 3,
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second down following the incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Corey Peters able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Gun!
Garoppolo on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Here we go now!
In motion left goes Moncrief. A toss to Murray. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Latavius Murray hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now the return, Rashad Green. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll set up to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Green, 39. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Green, 30.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Meanwhile, down in Philly, an early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Miles Jack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, Elliott. They find some open field here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead is up to 14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They run with Murray, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They go with Murray again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On play action, they'll throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it third down and 10. They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Giants ready to come out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, here's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Detroit! Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his fifth sack of the year.
Every time, it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Now let's go. Gun! Leopard! All right, now, look at this.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And an update from up in Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Here we go now. Green 39.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Gun.
Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got Moncrief. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And an update from up in Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive...
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And now look at him go. The 20. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Let's go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That 2nd down run, a big help, as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Murray, strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Garoppolo now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Over.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Green. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Garoppolo able to fight through 1 tackle. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Nice job there after the setback, 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Here we go now. Green.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Roger Lewis, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Caught out left side by Robinson. 20. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Green, Leopard.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. To throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter, and you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Here, Detroit! Detroit!
Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
All right, here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go. Gun!
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The give is to Elliott. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jags, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis.